You opened it before your eyes were even fully open, one thumb, half asleep, reaching for the nightstand glow to pull down your daily reading. That tiny sentence you read in the dark carries a surprising amount of authority. It dictates the emotional weather for your next 8 hours. Why do we allow a stranger's writing or an algorithm pretending to speak for the cosmos to hold that kind of power over our mood? And knowing that it happens, why can't we stop reaching for our phones? This pull originates inside your own skull, far closer than a planet 400 million miles away. Your favorite horoscope app is a beautifully dressed slot machine. Once you see the machinery underneath, you stop being a coin it swallows and start being the person who decides whether to play. To break the spell, we have to look at 3 invisible buttons this machine is pressing in your brain. Picture the last time you watched someone hunched over a slot machine in a casino. The uncertainty of maybe, the most addictive feeling the human brain has ever stumbled into, is what keeps their eyes wide, pulling that lever again and again. A psychologist named B.F. Skinner figured this out decades ago using a box and some very lucky pigeons. He discovered that a behavior becomes relentless when the reward is random and unpredictable. Consistent rewards, by comparison, eventually lead to boredom. Look at your daily reading through that lens. Some mornings, it's a love letter. Other days, it's a gentle scolding, or it's eerily specific. This unpredictable output acts as the variable reward lever. Your body already knows the choreography, the pull to refresh gesture, that little downward tug with your thumb on the glass, mirrors the mechanical motion of pulling a casino lever. You drag the screen down, you feel the soft bounce, and you wait. That half-second gap before the new reading loads is where the anticipation lives. The dopamine actually spikes right there, in the breathless moment when the answer could still be anything. This unpredictability is the core of the app's engineering. If the reading stayed the same every day, you'd delete it by Friday. The surprise is what keeps the habit alive. A random weather report is unpredictable too, and yet we don't refresh that with our heart in your throat. To truly hook us, the app has to make the reading feel intensely, spookily personal. In 1948, Bertram Forer gave his students a personality test, then handed back what he claimed was a unique analysis for each person. The students rated the results as stunningly accurate, despite every single student receiving the exact same paragraph copied out of an astrology book. This diagram demonstrates the Barnum effect in action. The sentences are built to be two-sided, like, you enjoy being around others, but you also treasure your quiet time alone. By splitting the difference, these statements encompass the duality of every human being alive. Read a line like that on a morning you happen to feel lonely, and your own memory starts working for the algorithm. Your brain acts like a spotlight, highlighting the one day the app warned of a difficult conversation right before a tough meeting, and filtering out the 100 days it was wrong. This is confirmation bias, the foundational engine of astrology. You sift through 1,000 little interactions in your day to collect the evidence that proves the reading right. The genius of the app is that it simply leaves the blank lines on the screen. You are the one who provides the overwhelming personal proof from your own life to fill them in. We have the slot machine surprise and the personal mirror trick. Together, they make the habit hard to break. But the timing matters too. We reach for the app most during moments of deep uncertainty. You search for the position of Mercury at 2 in the morning because your chest is tight and you're drowning in choices. When the ground feels solid, we barely glance at the sky. When it starts shaking, we want a map. Psychologists use the term locus of control to describe whether we feel in charge of our lives. During chaotic times, reading a horoscope hands back a comforting sense of agency, even if it's borrowed from a constellation. This vulnerability drives a $22 billion industry. Modern apps are designed by investors and tech developers who use strategically timed push notifications and streaks to monetize our anxiety, turning a digital product into a compulsion. By wrapping this behavioral loop in the romantic language of the stars, the habit fuses with your identity. I'm a Pisces becomes a fact you will actively defend, making it much harder to quit the product. Does understanding the psychological wiring and the structural tricks ruin the magic of the morning ritual? The comfort found in that little moment of reflection is entirely real. The fun of texting your friend about your astrological compatibility is genuinely beneficial. That experience doesn't need to be discarded. The risk lies in outsourcing our hardest choices to a daily prompt or surrendering our mood to an algorithm. You are the one holding the wheel. The intuition, the longing, and the quiet hope you felt reading those words came from you. The screen just gave them a landing pad. So keep playing with the stars, but do it fully awake. Treat the Zodiac as a mirror for self-knowledge rather than a cage to live in. If this helped you see your morning ritual differently, give this video a like. Drop a comment below. Which app has you hooked, and what is the single most accurate reading you've ever gotten? Hit subscribe to join our cosmic corner of the internet, and I'll see you in the next one.